Imagine this. The most shocking reunion of the year didn't unfold on a flashy red carpet or inside a reality show packed with cameras. Instead, it happened quietly, almost unexpectedly, at a modest backyard barbecue on Father's Day. No elaborate staging, no celebrity spectacle, just a deeply personal moment that would soon ripple across the internet. And at the center of it all were Papoose, his son, and a visibly stunned Claressa Shields standing nearby, composed yet strikingly present, almost like she was presiding over something far more meaningful than a casual gathering. While the internet was still buzzing from award show chaos, dramatic celebrity walkouts, missing wedding rings, and perfectly captured side eyes in high definition, something far more powerful was unfolding away from the spotlight. Without warning, Papoose dropped a moment that no one saw coming. There were no press releases, no coordinated media rollout, just a short clip, one emotional embrace, and a decision that would reshape public perception overnight. Front and center, smiling with a quiet confidence that many described as controlled chaos, stood Claressa Shields. Her presence alone sparked conversation. But what stood out even more was who wasn't there. Remy Ma was completely absent, and fans noticed immediately. The questions began pouring in almost instantly. Was this simply a heartfelt family reunion, or was it something more calculated? Was this a genuine moment of healing, or a subtle message aimed at Remy Ma after months of rumored tension? The footage seemed simple at first glance, but it told a much deeper story. Behind the scenes, family group chats were reportedly chaotic, filled with emotion and unresolved history. There was even talk of an apology that never made its way to the public. This wasn't just a small, private moment. It was something bigger. It felt like a redemption arc unfolding in real time, with just a hint of quiet revenge woven into it. While the rest of the world refreshed timelines, waiting for the next public meltdown or viral scandal, this deeply personal reunion quietly took over social media. It spread like wildfire, fueled not by hype but by raw emotion. A single hug between a father and his son managed to shift the narrative in a way no headline ever could. The video begins with a slow, almost cinematic pan across a modest backyard. Folding chairs are scattered around, inexpensive balloons sway gently, and a Bluetooth speaker plays soft R&B in the background. It's not glamorous, but it's real. Papoose stands there dressed entirely in black, his posture tense, as if he's preparing for something heavy, something emotional. Then, from behind a makeshift arch, his son appears. He's slim, clean-cut, with a softness in his expression that contrasts with the weight of the moment. Yet there's something unmistakably familiar about him. A reflection of Papoose's past. A connection that time and distance couldn't erase. When their eyes meet, everything else seems to fade away. There's no script, no rehearsal. Just years of silence hanging in the air. They pause, both hesitant, both overwhelmed. And then it happens, the hug. Not a quick, polite gesture, but a long, emotional embrace that seems to stop time itself. The music fades into the background, replaced by quiet sobs and the subtle shake of a handheld camera. It's raw, unfiltered, and undeniably real. Then comes an unexpected voice, calm, steady, and filled with quiet pride. This is what family really looks like. It's Claressa Shields. In that moment, it becomes clear that she's not just a bystander. She's deeply involved. According to insiders, she played a crucial role in making the reunion happen. She reportedly helped plan the entire event, securing the location, organizing the setup, coordinating the details, and even assisting Papoose in preparing what he wanted to say, though emotions ultimately took over. And she did it all without seeking attention. Meanwhile, the absence of Remy Ma grew louder with every passing second of the video. Social media quickly erupted with speculation. Fans questioned why she wasn't present and what her absence might mean. Some insiders claimed that Papoose had attempted to reconnect with his son before, once in 2022 and again the following year, but had been advised to step back. When the video surfaced, hashtags began trending almost immediately. Phrases celebrating fatherhood and questioning absence dominated timelines. And the narrative that fans had believed for years about a perfect couple began to crack. Claressa Shields, who had once faced criticism and harsh labels, was suddenly being praised. Many saw her as the driving force behind a meaningful reconciliation. In contrast, Remy Ma remained silent. No posts, no direct statements, just a quiet online presence that did little to shift public opinion. That silence spoke volumes. Fans began to draw comparisons, questioning how someone relatively new to the situation appeared to inspire change so quickly, while a long-term partner seemed distant. Whether fair or not, the contrast became a major talking point. The reunion didn't just spark conversation, it opened doors. Reports soon surfaced suggesting that a streaming platform had approved a short documentary centered around the event. Claressa Shields was rumored to be involved as a co-producer, further cementing her role in shaping the narrative. Meanwhile, Papoose began spending more time with his son, reportedly attending private dinners and celebrating small milestones together. He didn't make grand public declarations. Instead, his actions spoke for him, signaling a commitment that resonated with fans. For years, Papoose and Remy Ma had been viewed as a symbol of loyalty within hip-hop culture. Their relationship was often held up as an example of enduring love. But now that image was being reevaluated. In its place was a more complex story, one defined by vulnerability, difficult choices, and unexpected alliances. What made the moment even more powerful was the context behind it. This reunion wasn't spontaneous. It came after years of missed calls, unanswered messages, and emotional strain. There were even last-minute complications that nearly derailed everything. Papoose had reportedly been attending therapy in private, preparing himself emotionally for this exact moment. The decision to reconnect wasn't easy, but it was intentional. And in the end, it became a turning point. He chose his son. Claressa helped make it possible. And Remy Ma's absence reshaped how the public saw everything. But the story doesn't end there. Behind the scenes, a different narrative may be forming. Rumors suggest that Remy Ma is preparing to share her side of the story through a carefully produced interview with a major media outlet. According to speculation, she may frame the reunion as something she was excluded from, an event she claims was orchestrated without her knowledge. Whether that perspective proves accurate or not, the timing has raised eyebrows. Months of silence followed by a polished response has left many questioning what might come next. Some insiders believe the situation runs even deeper, involving not just personal relationships but legacy, control, and public image. In an industry where narrative is everything, who tells the story can be just as important as the story itself. For now, Claressa Shields and Papoose remain at the center of attention, appearing united and unapologetic. But the tension lingers. Remy Ma's eventual response could shift everything once again. What began as a simple Father's Day reunion has evolved into something much bigger. A layered story about family, redemption, perception, and power. A single hug in a quiet backyard managed to do what no press conference ever could. It revealed the complexity of real relationships. It showed that healing doesn't always happen in public and that sometimes the most meaningful moments unfold far away from the spotlight. In an era driven by constant updates and viral headlines, this moment stood out because of its authenticity. It wasn't polished or perfect. It was human. And that's why it mattered. Now the question isn't just what happened, it's what happens next.